Outbreak. Ministry urges caution as dengue cases spike. Fatalities confirmed. Wow, interesting times, people. Welcome back to the channel. Of course, I'm your host, Bunny, as usual. Nothing's changed about that. Hope everyone's been having a great 2019 so far. We're what, 5 days in at this point, and I also hope that the Christmas actually went well for everyone. Welcome to another segment of Blah It Out. For the new subscribers, of course, it is a segment we have here on the channel where I talk about topical issues and events that may deal with entertainment, but more often than not, it deals with stuff outside of entertainment just for the sake of discussion and, just getting your feedback, especially for those viewers or subscribers who are actually Jamaicans as well. So there's that. But anyway, here we have an interesting article on the Gleaners website here regarding the recent, quote-unquote recent, outbreak of the dengue fever across the island, which is also quote-unquote. But by this point, I'm pretty sure that a lot of you would have also heard whispers regarding this outbreak, whether it be through news, co-workers, other people speaking about it. Of course, the health minister Christopher Tufton obviously had an emergency press conference regarding it at the Ministry of Health, so it's pretty much public knowledge at this point. But of course, we'll be discussing it here on this segment. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and look out for, well, hit the bell, people. Hit the bell to get notified whenever I upload. That's crucial. So let's get right into it. I'm not going to go through the article word for word. I will be leaving a link to the article itself in the description box below. So here we are. So the article basically speaks about the Ministry of Health pumping $250 million in response to the dengue outbreak. Now that line in itself has me wondering, disaster recovery plans by rights, personally I feel should be in place from the get-go. To me, it's all about being proactive versus reactive, and I guess for the most part, we're in the history of this country, a lot of things have been more on the reactive side, I suppose. There's hardly ever, at least from my perspective, a plan or something that's been sitting in place when, or how should I even put it? I mean, they have like events and campaigns and all of that, but it just never comes off as the government really being all that proactive. But hey, that's just me. But anyway, the article does go on to say that they are having 123 cases of dengue fever confirmed to date. Of course, those include suspected, presumed, and confirmed cases. Now, according to said article, there's a threshold that, in terms of the number of cases, that must be surpassed for it to be considered an outbreak. At least that's what I got from the article. This threshold is 96, and of course, since the number of reported cases is 123, yes, it is prime and ripe to be considered an outbreak. Now, of course, the question begs to differ, or you gotta kind of question it yourself in terms of this $250 million. How exactly will it be, spent in response to said outbreak? I mean, logically, you would expect that it would be allocated towards the areas that have been affected the most or worse at this point, which seems to be Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, Westmoreland, and St. Anne. So there's that. But I think probably a further breakdown of how this $250 million will be spent, I don't think it would hurt to publicize that, but I guess it's still early in the game. So I guess we can only wait and see. Now, going back to what I was speaking about in terms of being proactive versus reactive, the article goes on to say that the Aedes aegypti mosquito is a part of us, and these challenges will always occur. Of course, at this point, that's the writer of the article quoting who are they quoting at this point? Yeah. Yeah, I think that may be Christopher Tufton they're quoting from the same conference or conference. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, if that's the case, you'd think better countermeasures or, I guess, reactive measures would be in place for considering that fact or taking that fact into consideration. But I guess not. Um, of course, the article also goes into the whole, as citizens of Jamaica, this is something that we can really get over, but it comes down to persons taking it upon themselves to actually go ahead and try to treat themselves versus seeking medical advice, which is um I think it would be in everyone's benefit if you feel yourself coming down with symptoms of dengue fever, which of course includes high fever, severe headaches, pain behind the eyes, severe joint and muscle pain, fatigue, nausea, vomiting, skin rash, mild bleeding, and the list could go on. It would be in your best benefit to actually seek expert medical advice before actually going ahead to do some self treatment on yourself. Um, you know, Life is funny, and you don't really want to make things worse if they don't have to be, because that's extra money spending at the end of the day. So yeah, but it's interesting to note that they say that they have enhanced surveillance going on, especially since we're in dengue season. So more than likely, the 123 cases is going to increase in the coming weeks, unfortunately. So people, just protect yourself. Let me know what you think about this whole dengue outbreak, really and truly. The article goes on into a number of other facts about the dengue fever. So I would advise you check this article out and let me know what you think as well. As I said, I'll leave a link to the article in the description box below. So yeah. So that's pretty much all I have for this little segment of Blight Out. Of course, key points being the $250 million, government being proactive versus reactive, citizens taking it upon themselves to actually treat themselves versus seeking medical advice. Little things to consider when going through this article. Of course, a little public service announcement regarding the channel. Bashment Granny 2, the final part. Expect the final part. I wouldn't say today. Today's Saturday. I'm recording this like early in the morning. Like it's like 3 o'clock at the moment. You can probably expect the final part on Sunday. So yeah, I was gonna try and put things together for today, but the more I'm looking at today, it doesn't seem like it's going to work out for today. So yeah, I apologize for that. I know a number of people are looking forward to it, even though it's an old play, but of course, we're almost at 10,000 subscribers, people. I thank everyone for subscribing, and as I mentioned in my community post, that it's been a year. We've redesigned the BLA logo and all of that. So just stick around. I hope you guys enjoy what we provide for you guys here in 2019. Of course, also expect a channel update video from me in regards to our plans for 2019. So be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Important to get notifications for whenever I upload. Hit the bell, people. Share the channel out with your friends, family, and I'll see you in the next segment of Light Out, or our next upload overall. Hope you guys are having a great day whenever you're listening to this. Bunny here, and I'll see you in the next one.